Welcome back, everybody. This morning we are celebrating the arrival of international guests who are all here for a common goal, and that is raising money for the Variety Club, which benefits many local children's charities. We are welcoming this morning not only our Miss World and Miss Botswana, but we've got Julia Morley here, who is the Variety International President, and next to her, with the big crown, Alexandria Mills, the current Miss...
That's me.
You can't. United States and Miss World, and Emma Warius, the current Miss Botswana and first runner-up to Miss World. Steve Podozic, our executive producer of the telethon. Of course, Chris Collins is back with us, who's just given the ladies a proclamation and is also representing Mayor Brown for the city of Buffalo with his proclamation. And it's just so neat to have you all here today. When did you get into Western New York, Julia?
We got in 2 days ago.
Okay.
And we've just been absorbing all the things that the Buffalonians have given to help the children of Buffalo.
Yeah.
And we just, as I said, seen the most amazing hospital, the great things they're doing there, and also the Matt Urban Center. We want to see a lot more because we know Variety does a lot more here, but what we've seen so far is something very special to us, and we have a great admiration for Variety and for the Buffalonians who are giving, making this possible, and we hope that we can also give. By what you're doing, you've so enhanced our hearts with what you're doing. We want to help you too, if we're able.
Well, you're doing a great job. And Steve, we have had such a rich history with Variety. Next year's our big anniversary.
Yeah, of course, we have our 49th annual telethon coming up on Sunday, March 6th, but next year we celebrate our 50th telethon, which is the longest locally produced telethon in the world.
Yep. And
so we're fortunate that we've had such great support from Buffalo and Western New York, and to have Julia come in to visit us, especially after Channel 7 receiving the International Media Award convention this past year, of course, the Edge Radio receiving it, and Metro Source, first time ever in the history of Variety International that one city's won all 3 awards. Then they had the Miss World young ladies here with us. It just really shows Western New York that Variety, everything Variety does here, it's validated.
Oh, it certainly is. And you ladies are going to leave tape messages for us. You're going to be able to meet the public again tonight at Salvatore's Italian Gardens. They were at the mall last night raising money. So they're going to be here in spirit, but you have such a whirlwind life ahead of you this year. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're going and what you're going to do?
From here, we're going to Los Angeles for a little bit, which is great because I still get to use my cell phone. No. And then we're going off to Hong Kong. We're going to be in Singapore and Malaysia. We're going to be doing a few different charity events there.
Philippines.
We'll be Philippines, yes. It's hard to keep up with it all. Everyone has to throw in.
Right.
And then Australia.
Australia,
My
yes.
goodness,
We're
so
very
you truly
excited
are representing Miss World.
Oh, yeah.
All over the
But
world.
that's just only...
Yes, that's the first month.
A little bit of it.
Yes.
And then we get back and go on to Africa. So we're going to go to the continent where Emma's in charge, and she's
wonderful.
We're going into South Africa to join a very worthy cause there that we're working with, and so the world's their oyster.
Yes.
And we hope that this year will be the biggest fundraiser.
Oh, we hope so.
But we want to come back here to Buffalo because it's the first time in Variety International that all the awards were won by a Buffalonian.
Yes.
And we had to come here because for that reason you're probably the world's best givers.
Yes, we think
for your children, and we want to thank you for that because we just really believe that you're the best.
Well, to continue that sentiment, thank you. We're hoping that everybody will be as charitable as possible. These are challenging times. It's very hard times, but yet people still come through for us, Chris.
And this is where we all need to really try, because however hard it is, we're in the world's in it together.
Yeah,
and we are all having a hard time. But we've got to get up and look up instead of down, and we've really got to try and be innovative. We can do it if we really get together and use our brains and say, how can we make it work? And we will make it work.
And we see it every day here in Western New York.
I think the adversity we may have faced the last 50 years as we've had a declining population have brought Buffalonians together in a way that we're well known for around the country and around the world. And just not that long ago, we had the Extreme Makeover Home Division, where most cities do a single home. We did an entire block.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was the first time they did 2 shows back to back because we did so much in that community. That's what Buffalo does. We give because perhaps we've had so much adversity in our community, but I'll also tell you we're on our way back.
great, great, and it's by example.
You know, when you talk about the people and everything, you know, Variety, we have an incredible 21-member board of directors who work tirelessly for our kids. An executive director who spends, you know, 80, 90 hours a week. Our office staff, the 2,000 volunteers that come out. So, you know, USA Today voted Buffalo as having the biggest hearts in America, and they said nowhere is that more evident than during the annual Variety Kids Telethon.
Isn't that great? I mean,
and it's because of our board, our staff, you know, our volunteers, that we're able to do this, and to have the recognition by Variety International. You know, it's you know what, Buffalo, you are great. You are fantastic.
And we actually saw that because when we were at the Women and Children's Hospital, there was a young girl there, and she, I don't know if I'm fit to say what she had, but she was very sick, and we asked her, when are you coming out? She's like, you know what, hopefully by Saturday, because I have to go to the telethon, and I've been helping ever since I was young. And you said, but why do you want to help? She said, because Variety helps this hospital, and this hospital helps me. So they helped me get help from
That's amazing. That gave us such a heartwarming feeling.
Getting them now.
Yes, cold chills again.
It really does. She worked in our food room last year, and this year she's going to be a runner.
Yeah.
You know,
and those are not glamour positions.
No, not whatsoever.
And she was so sick, and she said, you know, I just need to get better so that on Saturday I can be out there. And that shows a lot of effort, because when you're in hospital and you're so sick, you just want to go home and be like, oh, forget everything else. You just want to go sleep.
And she wanted to be there. She wanted to help.
Yeah. Alexandria and Emma, how do you think this year is going to change your life? It seems like you've been so affected so far by the things that you've seen. What do you think you'll do later in life after all this whole world experience?
Who knows? Maybe we're going to start our own charities and anything that we can do. You know, it's like you said, this is just the beginning. This is our first month, our first trip. And
but you know, all the girls who have been Miss World and the runners-up, they help me now. And if we've got an earthquake or a problem, we can go to that area. And all previous Miss Worlds, we've got lawyers, we've got a craniofacial surgeon in Brazil, we've got a whole bunch of women that are happy to help. Even though they wore the crown in 1953, one of 83, she comes out and she helps.
We know, Julia, you're planning on going back to Haiti, I think, and doing more there after the earthquake.
We raised in London, before South Africa, we raised $400,000 in 2 weeks. But we did, that was before the earthquake, because Variety has already been working there. And so the lucky thing was, where we're working in the mountains, there's 7 villages in the mountains. They, strangely enough, and thank God, didn't get hit by the earthquake. So a lot more children are going up there. But we are doing a lot of work there, and we're going to go down when it's sensible to do it. We don't want to go down to show, oh, there's Miss World and so on. We want to go down quietly, and we want to understand how we can do more. But I'm proud of the crown. It's a symbol for fundraising.
It's a beautiful crown. Is it heavy?
I'm so proud of it.
So heavy.
Wow. You have to get used to it.
I have to do like that. That's amazing.
I'm so proud of them. They're already in, you know, they've got into the, what do you call it when you...
You get into the spirit of it. You can tell you've already adopted the mantle. I'm here to help. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing to carry with you for the rest of your life. And maybe that's why, Julia, that the women who have won this 20, 30, 40 years ago are still working.
You become part of a family, and it's something that, you know, you all work together, like we were saying before. You have to work to help, and it's incredible. It really is.
You can't just be a beauty queen and boring people.
You cannot just stand and smile.
I don't see that in your futures at all. I think you're going to be very, very involved women, and no matter what you choose later in life. But boy, are we happy that you took a little time out of your incredibly hectic and busy schedule to visit us here in Western New York and visit the kids.
And thank you so much for having us.
You've done us proud, and thank you for inviting us.
We'll keep it going. We're going to be ready, right? In March, Steve, we're going to be ready with number 49 and then on to 50 and 51. We will be there raising money as long as it's needed, right?
As long as there's a need, as long as there's a child that needs help from Variety. This telethon will always make a difference in the life of a child, because after all, this year we're making good things happen every day for our kids.
Yeah, that's great. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, everybody, you can meet these lovely ladies tonight, all 3 of them, because tonight they're going to be at Salvatore's Italian Gardens, where Joe and Paula are the honorary chair people this year, and they want to welcome you into their place. Salvatore's Italian Gardens tonight. Meet Emma, meet Alexandria, you can meet Julia. 6 o'clock. You do want to make sure you have a ticket. Don't just show up without a a reservation, okay? And remember, it's all for the Variety Kids Telethon. That's where all your money is going. So you're making a donation, just even whether you came out to the mall last night or you're going to be going to this. This is now the time we start really counting those dollars. It's 854-7577. Please call, because you're going to want to meet these ladies. They're absolutely fabulous. They've got a lot to talk about, and you'll want to take a picture and remember this forever, like I think they will. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Chris. It's great for you to be here. Great, everybody. But we're not quite done yet with Variety. When we come back, we'll have another event that you can help support as well. So stay with us.